the precarious ceasefire agreement remains tenuously intact despite a surge of outrage in Israel stemming from the alleged brutal murder of two young Israeli boys held hostage by Hamas, and the subsequent deception regarding the return of their mother's remains. A tense exchange of hostages, prisoners, and detainees is anticipated on Saturday, casting a long shadow over both Israeli and Palestinian communities. The situation is fraught with emotional volatility, fueled by accusations and counter-accusations that are only exacerbating an already volatile climate. The Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, issued a statement on Friday afternoon, asserting that autopsy results and military intelligence unequivocally indicated that Hamas operatives were responsible for the deaths of 4-year-old Ariel Bibas and his 10-month-old brother, Kfir. The IDF statement paints a grim picture, alleging that the children were murdered with their bare hands by Hamas members during the October 2023 abduction. This gruesome detail has ignited a firestorm of grief and anger within Israel, further intensifying the already deeply strained relations between the two sides. The Bibas family's tragic fate has become a potent symbol of the profound trauma inflicted by the Hamas attack that ignited the devastating war in Gaza, serving as a stark reminder of the human cost of the conflict. The images of these innocent victims have resonated deeply not only within Israel, but also internationally, prompting widespread condemnation of Hamas's actions. Adding further fuel to the fire, Hamas initially claimed responsibility for the return of Shiri Bibas, the boy's mother, only to be met with the stark revelation that the body delivered was not hers. The IDF, after conducting thorough DNA testing, definitively confirmed that the released remains did not belong to Shiri Bibas, nor to any other identified hostage. Hamas subsequently offered a seemingly unconvincing explanation, attributing the discrepancy to a regrettable mix-up, claiming that the body had been inadvertently intermingled with others killed and buried amidst the rubble in Gaza following the intense Israeli military operations. This explanation has done little to assuage the anger and distrust simmering within Israel, where many perceive it as a blatant attempt to cover up a deliberate act of deception, adding insult to the already profound injury. The ongoing uncertainty surrounding the fate of Shiri Bibas adds another layer of complexity to the already delicate situation. The lack of transparency and the conflicting narratives from both sides only serve to heighten the tension and raise serious questions about the viability of the ceasefire agreement. The upcoming exchange, scheduled for Saturday, looms large, representing a critical juncture in the conflict. Its successful execution, even amidst the current atmosphere of mistrust and raw emotion, is paramount to preventing further escalation and violence. The international community is watching closely, urging both sides to prioritize de-escalation and to engage in good faith to resolve this highly sensitive and deeply emotional crisis. The weight of expectation rests heavily on the shoulders of both Hamas and the Israeli government, as the world waits with bated breath to see if the fragile ceasefire can withstand the emotional pressure and the unresolved issues surrounding the Bibas family tragedy. The implications of failure are far-reaching, potentially derailing any hopes for lasting peace and stability in the region.